Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're viewing from, I'm Laura Thompson with TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, and you're tuned into the coffee break. And I was just sitting here kind of minding my own business, and up walks a very, very familiar face that I've been knowing for a long, long time, and asked me if she could, take a break with me. And I don't like to drink coffee alone, so I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. So before we get started with the interview, I want to tell you a little bit about how I met this young lady. I used to volunteer with her a long time ago with a reading program where her mom was the vice principal at Cameron Elementary School, and we really helped a lot of kids learn to read. She's involved in education, but what was surprising to me, she was very shy, I thought, but she started her own DJ company, and so she did very well with that. She spotlighted a lot of local DJs around the city, but I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about that. But also, she has a new endeavor that she's working on now. And so before we get started with the interview, could you give us a little background information on who you are, what you do, why you do it, where you're from, and all that good stuff?
My name is Mayzella House from Texas. Like she said, I am a DJ. I go by DJ Baby Blue Diamond. I also work in the education system, and I do mobile notary on the side as well.
Wow. So tell us about, I thought that was always a fun name. It was a DJ Blue?
Baby Blue Diamond.
Baby Blue Diamond. Excuse me. Kind of old school. But Baby Blue Diamond. So tell us a little bit about that and why you started that.
So the name just came up because I needed a YouTube name just to be on YouTube. And my favorite color is baby blue. And then one of the kids I worked with over the summer drew a picture with the word diamond on it. And I just put it together and it stuck with me, because all the names I wanted to use for YouTube were taken already. So it just stuck with me.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool, unique name for a very, very special young lady. So tell us about, the YouTube channel and also what you do out in the community as it relates to DJs.
So I started DJing when I was listening to chopped and screwed music, which is a genre of DJing. My brother played it all the time, so that stuck with me. That's what made me want to become a DJ. And then I want to just stay doing it in my house, but other DJs pushed me to go out and do it in clubs and bars. So that's when I started doing it in clubs, bars, and then more community events, like you said. And then I also love to support the underground music, the local artists that's here to showcase their talent. So that's when I started playing their music. I started a podcast that showcased their music as well. And then a magazine that I started to showcase all their talents. But not just here in the city of San Antonio or Texas, or in the state of Texas, but other states, other cities, they show me love. So I showcase their artists as well.
Right, and she's national. It's just funny to me when we were working together. She didn't really say very much, and so I thought she was very shy. She might be.
I'm still in.
She might be shy, but she recognized her gifts and she took advantage of it, and it's really spread around, and a lot of people know who she is, through her social media, and through her getting out into the community. So what's one of the most memorable experiences you've had as a DJ, and the one that kind of really took off on your podcast?
One of my most memorable moments as a DJ is mainly just the travel. I got to travel to one of the small cities in San Antonio for an event with some other artists as they perform. Also, I'm trying to see, one of my most memorable interviews, will probably have to say Little Flip from Houston, Texas. Okay. I got to interview him on my podcast, but I also got the DJ for Charlie Boy for it was a double birthday event for me and another DJ. Both our birthdays are in September, and he brought him down. And usually artists have their own DJ, which he did, but they saw me on the boards and like you can just stay and DJ his set. So I got to
Wow.
DJ his set. That was
Wow.
pretty cool.
So that's pretty phenomenal. So how long have you been doing this?
So I started DJing about 2016ish. So I've been DJing for a while.
Wow. Wow. So that's pretty phenomenal. So, on the flip side, you have a new endeavor.
Yes.
And they're very different.
Very.
So what made you decide to go into the business that you're in, and tell us about the business, the name of it, and what motivated you and inspired you to go into that
So
business?
it's House Mobile Notary. I got into it because my mom signed us up for a class. Actually, it was a class she saw that was on sale. She was like, let's just do it just to see if we like it. I was like, cool, let's do it. My mom never stuck with it, but I decided to stick with it. And I never really just put myself out there. I just did it as a side gig just to see if people need help here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But now working at a school, I've been working in the education system, but working in the front office, I see that they need it more, especially when it comes to the back to school, and they need a lot of papers notarized to get
Wow.
their kids enrolled, and they don't necessarily have the means or the funds or know about, because you can't go to HEB or you can't use the bank, but with the banks you have to have a bank account. HEB, they have their certain price, but I tend to give discounts to the people who need help with their back to school forms, because like I said, they don't sometimes have the means, they don't have the funds, and I'm here to help and give back as well.
Wow. So do you have a vehicle? Because it says it's mobile.
Yes, so I do have a car, so I can come to you if you need me to come to you. Or, like I said, what makes it easier is at the school I work at, I can give my services. So as they're coming up there to register their child, I'm there
Wow.
to notarize their stuff instead of having them come back or go find people and then
Wow.
come back.
Wow,
It makes
that's-
it easily accessible. But I
Yeah.
can't come to you if you need me to come to you.
Wow. So that's a niche market to just be right there at the school.
Yes.
And so, about how many notaries, how many customers, like, do you get from a school?
I get quite a few, especially like I said, back to school events. They really need it for when they do that income verification. When you have to verify where you live. That's mainly
Okay.
where I get the school. Some clients, I do get sometimes teachers when they need help with different things. The main thing I mostly sign besides school papers is mainly I want to say when a lot of people deal with death and they have to deal with like the death decrees, the
Wow.
deeds, things like that, transferring the deeds, and they need someone to notarize it.
Mhm.
I do that. I tend to do that a lot.
Wow. So you're tapped into like maybe the churches or the funeral homes or the
Not
the
funeral homes
schools.
yet. I do want to
Right.
get there. I do want to get with the funeral homes, but yes, sometimes churches, anyone, lawyers here and there, especially when they do divorces,
Mhm.
I can sign their divorce paperwork as well. I can notarize it. Or when they do any child support, any giving up their rights. I just did that recently. A parent was giving up their rights, and I had to notarize it. So
Wow. So you got a sister that's an attorney. That can be your,
I do.
that can be
So
your
that
first.
kind of helps.
Right. Well, that's really good. That's really good. So, when you think of at least when I think of notary, I don't really think of a business per se, but it is. And so you're an independent, notary. So you have a lot more flexibility than somebody just waiting on somebody to come in the bank or whatever to.
Yes, and I can also do it online as well. So if I can't come to you, or you can't come to me, we can always do it via online as well. You'll email the paperwork to me. We will have to FaceTime each other so I can verify that this is you to
Right.
verify your ID. But I can
Okay.
still do it
Oh, wow.
remotely as well. That's another thing that I offer.
Wow, that's pretty high tech. That's a go Mayzella. So, how can people get in touch with you, or how do they learn about you in terms of your business?
Social media is the best way. You can type in House Mobile Notary, and
Okay.
it should pop up on Facebook, Instagram. Type in Mayzella House, that will pop up. My DJ name, Baby Blue Diamond, all of that will pop up. My podcast, everything I do will pop up.
Wow, so you're tuned into the Coffee Break on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, and you're tuned into the coffee break. But I'm here with Mayzella House. She has a new business that she's really pushing and trying to get exposure for. I saw her pop up on social media, and so I said, "Hey, I need to call Mayzella and see if she is interested in coming on to talk about her business because it is something that people need. You do provide a service that people need all the time. So you work full time. So when do you offer the mobile service?
Right now, during the summer, I'm very flexible
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm off for the summer. But during the school time is usually after school hours, so about 3:30 ish until whenever they need me. And then weekends, I tend to be flexible as well.
Oh, okay. And so with all that going on, you have a full time job. You work in the evenings with your mobile or online business. You're a DJ
Yes.
on the weekends too. So how do you manage all of that, all of those different activities, or they're really one is a job and the other one's your, entrepreneurial ventures.
Yes. Well, I look at especially my DJing, look at it just like fun playtime. So it's always something exciting for me to do. And then I know my busiest times, which is tend to be at the end of the school year during graduations. Also during the holidays is my busiest time, and everything else is just here and there. So I don't really DJ too much in clubs or bars that much. I mainly just take private events,
Oh,
birthday
okay.
party, corporate events. So it kind of leaves my schedule kind of open.
Oh, so that's pretty cool. So you get to pick and choose
Yes.
what you want to do and when you want to do it
Yes.
and who you want to do it, for. So that's pretty phenomenal. That's the nature of a great entrepreneur, and you have a great business model. That's easy. Okay, I need a DJ. You know, call Baby Blue Diamond.
Yes.
She's shy, but she will rock the house for y'all. And so, is there anything else you would like to tell us about your DJing business or your notary service?
I think that's it. You can again find me on social media. I do all types of events from corporate to birthday parties,
Okay.
graduation, anniversaries. Just let me know. I play all types of music from Christian, hip hop, R&B, pop, rock, even even Spanish music. I've done a couple quinceañeras, so
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
very diverse country music. So
Wow. So, when you're good, and when you put your name out there, you're just sought after. And so that's a good place to be for any business owner. But I appreciate you stopping by and taking a quick coffee break with me. You've been tuned into the coffee break on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. And we've been here with the amazing Mayzella House of House Mobile
notary,
Notary
yes, ma'am.
and Baby Diamond, no, Baby Blue
Diamond.
Diamond
Yes. I know it's a
DJ.
tongue twister.
Right. So it's a tongue twister. Plus, I'm old school, so you can tell me one thing sometimes and I get it kind of twisted. But I have this young lady to straighten it out for me. But thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me, May.
Thank you for
And I wish
having
you much
me.
success, on your business. And y'all call her or look her up on social media and call her and do business with her because she does very good business.
Thank you.